Cool. And taking one level in Warlock, I'd get what one spell slot?
2, I think.
Yeah,
Or
you
is
get
it
2.
1?
Why are you trying to take a level in Warlock?
Talk
Dan's
about
trying to
Paladin.
convince me to, and
Or his Paladin, yeah. For Dask.
Because then he can use Charisma attack with. He doesn't have to worry about strength. He can just up Charisma, get more spells.
But I have decent strength.
All right. Can you hear us, Lisa? We can't.
Muted, so we can't hear her.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Lisa. Okay. All right. So tonight, the part of Rollis will be played by Brahm for a little while. Maybe the remainder of the evening. Just because of events. And why are there 2 of everybody up here? What the hell?
Almost everyone. Not me or Dask. Just the other ones.
Okay.
Just the important people.
Oh, I see how it is.
Wow. All right, so let's get back to where we were. So Gurky and Timaeus, you were in town. I think you had decided to go to bed. Am I correct?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you had just drank a metric shit ton of liquid hell and somehow, like, amazingly survived through all that. I don't know what the hell the rules were all about, but they favored you.
Survived, just
thrived. Yeah, I don't get it.
You said, oh.
Yeah, that was a brazen show, the likes of which the village hasn't seen in a good decade. Anyways, you guys, Gurky, were you sleeping too, or were you exploring the town?
I was sleeping because I want to get up early to get to the dungeon before the sun's very high.
Okay. So you guys wake up and there is a church bell going off. It's a sonorous sound off in the distance. You can hear people down in the tavern, but nothing seems like it doesn't seem violent by any means. It just seems like a bunch of cheerous voices. So, yeah, but you wake up, oddly, no hangover. You're doing just fine. Gurky, you wake up, you're eager to get going. You're ready to boost some pockets, lift some purses. So what are you guys doing?
Probably just the usual, kind of get up groggily, just, heading down, getting food, etc.
Masturbation in the corner while you're crying?
No, that's Gurky because
every
the
day
sun's
of my
getting
life.
Well, you said the usual, so. All right. So you get up, you go downstairs, get food. There's a lot of patrons in the tavern at this time. And it's pretty fucking early in the morning. But you can see a lady dressed in, well, what would be considered a fairly nice dress here. She's got some flowers woven into her hair. And everybody seems to kind of be celebrating her. It's kind of hard to hear through all the ruckus. But from what little you can glean, there's going to be a wedding later. Probably later that evening. So. But both of you roll perception.
Sure, can try.
Whoop, whoop.
Solid.
God, that's even with my plus. What was that, 4? Oof.
Well, Tim, you think to yourself that this would probably be an ideal time to hike it out of here if you don't want people to see you, because it looks like most everybody's in the tavern right now. They're starting to get things like underway. So if you wanted to slip out and not be noticed, this is a good time.
All right. Right before I leave after eating, is the barkeep still there?
Yes, actually, he seems he's moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. He is just all over the place. But he seems pretty happy and joyous about it. He doesn't seem to notice that he's got a big old streak of some sort of sauce across the front of his face, down his nose, and everything. But yeah, he's pretty happy. And he's
Could I wave him down real quick and just see what all of the ruckus is about real quick?
Oh, sir, yes. What can I do for you?
Hey, don't want to keep you here, but I was just curious, what's going on here? I I think I heard something about a wedding.
We've got a wedding. That's correct. This lovely young lass over here, Luda, and her fiance, Dennett, they're going to be having a wedding out in the green today.
I was just curious.
Yeah, all are welcome, even strangers, I suppose. But all are welcome. That'll be tonight, right as the sun sets.
Well, not sure I'll be back in time, but good on him.
Oh.
And I just kind of let him be.
Things to do?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, have at it. Get it done. Come enjoy the festivities.
I'll try.
All right, so what are the two of you doing?
If Gurky is not near me, I'm going to try and locate him so we can head out before it gets too bright.
Okay, are you downstairs, Gurky?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. It is actually a little difficult to find him through the crowd, but after a while you do. I mean, once you see him, he's kind of hard to mistake.
Yeah.
But you do find him. He's just eyeing the tavern wearily, sizing everybody up.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess just get to him and head out. Head to the dungeon.
Okay. So you guys are heading out. Do you have an exit strategy? What's your plan here? Let's go ahead and go over to the Sky Spike, or yeah, the village map for you guys. So if you remember, this path up here is the one that will lead you to the ruins, and this takes you back down the mountain.
Okay.
And you guys are currently like right here, basically, right out in front of the tavern.
Everyone seems pretty preoccupied with the wedding, at least.
Oh, incredibly.
Almost. Okay.
There's very little people like out in the streets, and if they are, they're really rushing to get some things done so they can start getting shit set up. You can actually see some people right over here near this hut starting to set up what looks like poles and maybe like a canvas for some sort of tent top and whatnot.
Okay. I'm going to walk like I'm trying to get somewhere, maybe in a hurry, as if I'm part of the like wedding setup, but also not so much so that I am suspicious, I guess.
Okay.
I've got places to be basically, and I'm trying to get there.
Let me see what they generally kind of think of the whole situation. There's not many people out here. Yeah, people may have glanced over at you, but if anything, they just assume that you're trying to get your kid out somewhere real quick before the festivities begin.
All right.
He is pretty short, so.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going to head out the top gate, the bottom gate?
Yeah. Probably just the top one. Shortest path and all that.
Okay. You'll be able to do that just fine. Like I said, everybody's pretty preoccupied. You get towards the gates. These, I don't know if I described the walls accurately enough to you, but these walls are really huge, actually. They're 30-foot tall log walls. Like it's a log palisade with the tall upright posts and everything. It looks like they did a lot of the clear cutting of the trees in the surrounding area because there's not many trees around the actual village itself. But there's a walkway up top, but there doesn't appear to be any guards. In fact, you didn't notice any guards last night either. You guys push open the gate, and it makes a little bit of a creaking sound, but seems to have been opened somewhat recently. But there doesn't seem to have been much traffic back this way. There is what you assume is another set of footprints kind of in the light snow that's out there, but it's a little old.
All right.
And you continue on out?
Suppose so.
Okay. You make it out with really no problem. You guys step out of the gate, and you're staring up the side of the mountain, the remainder of it, because this is a double peak, and you're looking up to the higher peak where the ruin sits. It's a ways of a walk, and there's some pretty high snow. I mean, easily, the trail that kind of leads up that way looks like it's about 3 feet deep, but if you start to venture off that, it's looking, 5 to 8 feet deep at points. Like snowshoes would benefit you if you needed to go off trail. But
Gotcha.
yeah. What kind of supplies do you guys have? Do you have an explorer's pack or?
I think it was an explorer's pack that I got. Yeah, it's got the bedroll, mess kit, rations. Well, rations always, but tinderbox, all that good stuff.
Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and make an assumption here that Brecklin outfitted you guys with like basically a couple fur trench coats, just for the inclement weather up here. Not much more than that, and they're pretty ratty. If you guys had gone and gotten your own, it'd be pretty nice. But no,
We're in the area. We can dress a little, or we're probably dressed up a little.
But yeah, the path is pretty clear. Currently, the sky is really clear. It's really freaking cold, though. You can see little ice crystals in the air and everything. Kind of hurts your lungs when you breathe, but it's kind of refreshing at the same time. Off in the distance, however, like way further down south, way past the ruin and everything, you do see some very, very dark, kind of streaked clouds. So whether that's an ill omen or not, I'll let you ponder on that.
Is it going to rain on their wedding day? Or snow, possibly.
I really want to do the, what is it, Morissette song, like Rain on Your Wedding Day? Yeah, no, I'm not going to.
When I said it looks like rain.
What's up? It cut out.
I think dumb joke.
Oh, I missed it.
We don't talk about Bruno. Anyways.
So you guys are just going to stroll your way on up to the ruins?
That's what we're here for, so.
Okay. Wow. Somebody get their microphone
there.
How about you guys go ahead and roll me another set of perception?
I know whammies.
Yikes.
Oh, it was 19 for like half a second.
I rolled a 2. I mean, it's 6, but.
Yeah. Gurky, even wrapped up as you are in all this fur and stuff, you still faintly hear what sounds like a horn way out in the distance. It's just really faint, though. It seems to be coming from this direction, so this map is upside down to you guys, so that would be the north, but it's way down the side of the mountain. Other than that, nothing really seems to happen. You've got a pretty clean way to go. I mean, it is a little bit deep in snow, but you can make your way up there eventually. It's going to take you probably a couple hours. I know it's only a third of a mile, but it's kind of a bitch of a trudge. So you're going uphill through 3 feet of snow. Yeah. It's every parent's, like, when they're describing going to school, that thing. Yeah.
Yep.
A few hours. Damn.
Plus, it's up a saddleback, and on each side of the saddleback, it drops off into a very severe cliff. So once you actually get kind of in between the peaks, you're walking just very narrow, like 10 foot at times, 7 foot at times, like just strip of land off between the sides of 2 cliffs. So it's a little treacherous.
All right.
But after a while, that widens back out and it opens up to kind of a round-topped mountaintop. And in front of you, you see a very desecrated ruin. Old gray stone brick, probably a good 50, 60 feet high walls, but most of them are crumbled down. There's 2 guard towers right in front of you with a drawbridge. The tower on the left has mostly crumbled. The tower on the right is still kind of upright, and the drawbridge is still lowered over what looks to be a very large chasm between the 2 mountaintops. The drawbridge itself looks like absolute shit. I mean, it's rickety and looks fallen through.
Fun.
Yeah. Both roll a perception check again.
All right. Hey, finally. All right.
You guys actually both hear something that sounds kind of like a little bit of a goat bleeding or something like that, just and like something chewing. You think it's coming from one of the towers.
Interesting.
Here, let me go ahead and move you guys over to the tower map. Not to the tower map, to the ruin upper map. So you guys, if you want to pull out your things.
Looks like we're going to be on the left side.
Yep, right where I'm clicking.
Sorry, the
That's
motor's in my
huge.
way currently.
There we go.
Hey, they were here.
They.
New friends?
All right, so yeah, so this tower over here is mostly crumbled, and then this one is still standing upright. And like I said, there's a drawbridge here, but it is pretty crumbly.
Yeah, I'm not liking that.
And the sound came from a door over here. Just kind of, it's not an actual door. It's just a doorway, rather, an empty doorway into the tower itself.
Kind of look at Gurki and back at the door for a moment. Why would a goat be in there? Odd.
You did see quite a few goats all around the town.
Wonder if they're missing one or something. Whatever. It's a goat. There was a thing I was going to look for, and I forgot what it was. Ah, yes.
Did you find your thing?
I don't like how this bridge looks, and I'm trying to think if there's a way I can get across it without.
Right. You guys discuss that real quick. I need to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of looked at Gurki and, well, I don't particularly like the looks of this bridge here. Got any ideas?
Gurky's just gonna go.
All right.
He doesn't really know danger.
And he's
Right.
tiny and light. It wouldn't notice his weight anyways.
Fair.
Also very
I'm the one
dexterous
who's in danger
case
here.
Need to make a dex save.
See how it is.
All right. Sorry about that. I also had to get a smoke.
You know, kind of glad I didn't go with the Goliath now. So apparently Gurki's just gonna basically, run across or just walk across, whatever?
Just stroll.
How much do you weigh, Gurgi?
Not a lot. Kobolds weigh like 25 to 30 pounds or something.
Okay.
And then gear on,
And then what?
but still not much. And then the
Everything
gear.
gear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gear,
it's...
I'm carrying 70 pounds in gear, actually.
Okay, so...
So like 100 pounds.
How are you carrying...
Double. Wait, hold on. What's your strength again?
8.
Oh,
No, you're not. I'm going to assume that everything that you're carrying is actually the size made for a kobold rather than all this human equipment. Otherwise, you're just buckled under the weight of your own backpack.
Yeah, leather armor's like 10 pounds.
Yeah, but
rope's
not
like
for
10
you.
pounds.
It's going to be like 3
Yeah, tiny
pounds.
leather armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that to like 5 or something.
Cut everything down by like a third, like to a third of what it says.
apparently, a gnome with the strength of 10 can carry 150 at max, so kobold would be similar to that.
Okay, there's a difference between carrying 150, like when you're lifting like a bag of cement to where it needs to go, and like climbing up the side of a mountain. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and take the weight of most of your things and assume they're kobold sized and decrease it to about a third of what it says in there. But you're gonna go skipping across that drawbridge, so I need you to roll a dexterity check.
I'm still pondering how I'm gonna be walking across this as he starts doing. I'm just,
Yeah, nothing. Oh, that's Oliver, or not Oliver, Tim. So you actually make it over there just fine. There are a couple holes in there, but you'd manage to skip over them just fine. And it lands you in the entranceway of the castle. Both the front doors are completely just gone. Well, there's still kind of what looks like one hanging there, but you're not entirely sure it was a door, but it's something big and wooden and hanging at a very weird slant. And in front of you, you can kind of see 2 stables, one which looks completely collapsed over here, and then another stable which looks mostly solid. And in the back, you can see what looks like it may have used to have been like the proper keep center or chapel of some sort. All right. Timaeus.
now looking across this bridge, is there anything I can tie a rope to, or have a rope tied to, or is it pretty much all crumbled?
I mean, there's some rather large stones if you want to toss a rope over to your buddy there that you could probably wrap it around and secure.
Yeah. Or actually, am I able to discern where the structural support on this bridge is, by any means? At least from the top view here.
Not particularly, but make an intelligence check real quick.
Just normal intelligence check or anything special?
Well, unless you have architecture.
No.
All right, so you know that like on either side running this direction, there's usually 2 support beams that run underneath.
Okay. Bucket. I don't know how deep that crevice is there. So
You can't tell. It goes down into, well, you can't see how far down it goes.
Ah, lovely. All right. So, Hegarki, do you know how to tie a good knot by chance?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. Right. Okay. I'm gonna take my rope, hold one end, and just think you could tie this to a boulder over there, and I toss it across to him.
All right.
Sure thing.
Are you going to tie it off to a brick or a rock over there?
Yeah, something sturdy.
What would you do? Would this be a survival check, you think? Probably a survival check to see if you can secure that properly.
Probably.
Maybe either that or just dexterity with proficiency.
Yeah, we could go that route too. So whichever one's higher for you.
What am I rolling?
Either dex or survival.
So Dex.
Ooh, that was almost a 1. All right, you get it wrapped around a rock that's almost the size that you are, and you think you've got a pretty secure knot on there.
Looks sturdy enough to me. And I'm just gonna tie my end around my waist and here goes. I'm gonna walk across what I think is the supported section of the bridge here.
Okay, so what I need you to do is make me a dex check, and you're going to do it, unless you critically succeed, you're going to do it 3 times. The only reason he didn't have to is because he doesn't even weigh enough to trigger anything on here. But
Right, I'm 150 or so pounds with another 65 pounds of equipment. Yeah.
But you'll get a +1 because you're looking at the structural support, and another +1 because of the rope that helps guide you. So your DC is 12 for your first roll.
All right.
Okay. So that bumps you up. I need the right pointer. Puts you in the middle. So go ahead and do another one. Okay. So a piece collapses underneath your foot. Oh, wait. But you have the +2 on there too, huh? All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, a piece collapses under your foot, and you look down into kind of an empty abyss. And it's a little scary, but you're still on the bridge. So go ahead and make your last roll.
Kind of just tug on the rope for a moment to regain balance and just,
A sudden gust of... Oh, wait.
Okay. Looks like I make it.
Okay, you make it across. And there's still just the soft bleating of a goat somewhere back behind you.
Yes.
Was his?
Right, do you recall?
Here, 1 sec.
Okay.
Here, 1 sec, guys. Sorry.
Sure. All right, Gurky, did you want to explore around for a minute?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm basically just going to be untying myself and whatever, kind of getting the rope back together, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
Look around for valuables.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Go ahead and make me like 3 investigation checks. Damn. All right.
20. Five.
Okay, so things of note. We'll say you found D4. You found one body out there that did just seem to have like kind of a coin pouch on it. And we'll see how much gold it had in it. I've really got to move this turn order thing. Well, shit. So 15 gold in this pouch and
Oh. Doubled my fortune.
17 silver and 18 copper. Yeah, so what it is you find a body. It's an old skeleton and it looks kind of like it's wearing servant's livery, but most of the clothes have rotted off it, and it's got a couple very short quiver bolts sticking out of it. Has an old rotted pouch on it, and when you check the pouch, it clinks a little bit. You find some money. A couple other things to note that you find while looking around is inside the stable, there seems to be a trap door, but it's covered by a very heavy beam right there. You notice that there is a gap in the wall here that leads into kind of what looks like, I can only describe it as a hoarder's house, but made of rubble. So like there's a tunnel kind of carved through all the collapsed ceiling and debris in there. And then there seems to be another little lift over here underneath all the fallen roof and support beams. So those are the things you notice.
Like a elevator?
Yeah, and it's a large one. It looks like it's meant to carry horses or cattle or something like that. You can see the ropes leading to a winch wheel that's right here in the corner. But it's most of the ceiling is collapsed down onto it, and that could be a bugger.
Sounds like a shortcut. Oh. Okay, well, no way I'm moving the beam. Probably can't clear out the elevator either, so guess I'll go in the other building.
This over here?
Yep.
Okay. So we will get back to you here in a moment. I'm just going to set your character over here.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, all right.
What, perfect timing or something?
Pretty much. I'm going to let Gurky explain to you what he found. He could ping it out on the map for you.
All right.
Trapdoor over here, blocked by a very heavy-looking beam.
Where are you? I don't even see her.
I'm over here.
Oh, okay. Character token just blended in with everything.
This appears to be a lift, also blocked by rubble and stuff, but like a very large lift.
Right, for hauling something.
Yeah. And then this place is full of rubble, but seems to have like a path carved out through it.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Oh, was this the trapdoor you were talking about, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming my character was busy retying his rope back to his backpack.
Yep.
And out of curiosity, my character loves to know things, just in general. Very curious. So, like, might make it his flaw, honestly. Just like, oh, you have information? So I think I'm kind of curious about this trapdoor real quick.
Which one?
This one.
Do an investigation check.
Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, rolled a 10, but got a 15.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly as Gurky described it. It's about 5 feet across, just, big enough for, you imagine if you open it up, there's probably a ladder in there. But there is one of the support beams from the ceiling above in the stable has landed completely down on it. It's probably about 4 feet wide, 4 feet across, and then 15 or so feet long, and it's got some other rubble kind of like stacked on it, and it's laying straight across the trapdoor.
I'm sorry, this thing's 4 feet around. Holy God!
It's
if it was hollow, I could walk through it. Like
that is a massive support beam. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, don't think I'm going to be strong enough to move that.
How well does
burn
your
it.
nose work?
What's that?
What was that, Dan?
How well does your nose work?
Wait, what?
Oh, Sean had more details for us about that trapdoor when I investigated it.
Oh. see.
Their investigation isn't
Spoilers.
quite hitting where it needs to be.
Huh.
I roll a
Um,
dirty 20 on one.
Well, that's true. You would have noticed like the smell of like stables and manure and things like that.
oh, seeing that beam across it, yeah, as much as my character's probably curious since he didn't quite get his nose working right there. Yeah, and this thing down here is all caved in and whatnot, so I'm just gonna join them and go on this path or whatever that's carved out.
Okay. So you guys gonna head in there?
Huh?
It's pretty damn dark. Do you either one of you have dark vision?
Haha, yes.
Okay. So you can pretty much see, but it's not a perfectly clear carved out path. I mean, there's stuff jutting out everywhere, and it looks like somebody just kind of made this if they're a smaller person, maybe made this just to crawl through, and you can do a little bit more than crawl through it. I mean, even Tim can, but it's still, you're having to like lift yourself up over broken benches and duck underneath fallen beams and rock pile and stuff like that. So it can be a little hazardous in there. You can't see shit. Like you can just see just this first opening section to where there's a bunch of rubble basically, and then kind of a hole that leads off into nothing.
All right. I guess we'll take out a torch then.
All right. You guys gonna venture in there?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what else is there to do? The other two door-looking things are pretty much done for, so...
Berkey isn't even thinking about it. He's just going.
All right. You can see a little bit better, so you get to get a +1. But I need you to make a dex check for each third of this thing. So 3 dex checks, basically, to get around it.
Oh, boy. Both of us, I'm assuming?
Yep. 11. Okay, that's good. 10, 13. All right, so that gets you down to about here. Alrighty.
We're just vaulting over this stuff now, apparently.
Roll a perception check while you guys are over here.
I already clicked on Dex. I can't undo.
Okay,
Can't
go ahead.
Tulsi.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
was on 19.
I got a 22 on the perception.
So as Gurky's walking forward, you notice that it looks like some of the debris here had been disturbed earlier. But that's right at the moment that he seems to bump into some of it, and some of it starts to collapse. Go ahead, Gurky, and make me another dex check. Dex save, rather.
Check or save?
Save.
Yeah, okay. That I'm proficient with.
There you go. Yeah, some of the ceiling collapses. Let's hope that it doesn't collapse a whole lot.
Yeah, as he's about to bump into him, just like, wait, Gurky! And then, yeah, that happens. And just, oh, shit.
Does that mean what I think it means?
It's bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. So some of the ceiling does collapse. You can still squeeze through kind of a little hole that's left there. But, and I'm referring to Tim here, you could get through it easily. But yeah, it's not comfortable, but you can still get through it.
Put my backpack through first or something, and then myself.
Yep. But you'll have to both make another dex check doing it, so.
Scree? Hey. Okay. All right.
I don't know what happens when you hit that dice, but it goes flying across my screen at Mach speed like you were just really angry when you threw it or something.
Wait,
Well,
who?
yeah,
Him
you
or
can-
me?
Gurky.
You can tell it what intensity you want to throw it at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you guys not? You can click, you click on what you want to roll, and then you click and drag your mouse across the screen, and it shows a line that turns from green to yellow to red, and that's how hard you throw it.
What?
No, that's
Yeah, how
not
did
at
you-
all what it does. What?
That's
I've never
what
had
it does
to
for me.
click and drag ever.
I don't even get what you're saying here. Because I can roll.
Yeah, the moment I click on something, it fucking
Okay, I click on
It rolls.
Dex, and my screen kind of fades out, like everything dims, a thing pops up and it says, "Click and drag to roll the dice."
What the hell are you
Click.
doing?
Drag really far. And it's like yeet.
Yeah, no, I don't have any options like that.
That's got to be something in the settings. I didn't know that. That's cool.
I
All
don't know.
I'm looking at the settings. I'm not seeing it.
right. Well, you guys made your dex checks, so we're going to go ahead and put you at the stairwell that leads down. It's about 10 feet wide. Made of cobblestone and stone, dusty as hell, but there is a somewhat fresh series of footprints that goes down inside it. It's dark as shit, cold, dusty. There's spider webs. And that is where we're going to leave you guys for the moment.
All right.
We're going to catch up with these other guys.
I hear crumbling rock from above them.
All right. So here you guys are. Rawlis, Aspen, and Braum. You had a battle with some bugbears up in a room a little ways away from here and came back here to relax. During your relaxation, you were attacked by these weird spider-looking things that had skulls that they kind of crabbed up into. I don't know if you guys can see the token, but yeah. Let me make them really big for you for a second. Those things. They're quite lovely. And you have a goblin.
Skulltulas.
They're called Skulders. And you guys also have a unconscious goblin prisoner. So, you guys actually do.
He's conscious. He was just freaking out during that fight.
Oh, that's correct.
He's
And then the
he's
fight
down
ended.
in the corner right now.
Were you guys going to
Pretending.
continue to get your full rest, or?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we determined that you have to have like an hour or more of activity to actually interrupt a full rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys are able to kind of get what little sleep you can and rest and get your spells back, heal up a little bit. I don't know if any of you were hurt. I remember Rawlis took like a little tiny bit of a thump to one of the legs, but I think that's gone. Oh, you got stingered.
I got yeah.
You got
I'm healed up, but I'm
Yeah.
still throbbing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you guys doing? You wake up. It's dusty. It's cold. You're keeping pretty warm in your furs. There wasn't much place for the fire to go, so you just kind of had embers for the night, but it stayed all right. There's dead spiders and skulls, cracked skulls laying all over the place now. Let's start with Aspen. What are you doing, Aspen?
I don't know.
Just waking up, rubbing the grit out of your eyes.
Pretty much.
All right, Braum, what you doing?
I'm gonna talk to our little goblin buddy. Since I'm gonna share some rations with him, and so what do you know about these little skull crab spider things?
He just grunts. He's like, Skulders.
Okay, what do you know about the scholars?
They bite.
I show him my leg. Yeah, I see that.
He like almost hisses and like kind of scoots away from you a little bit when he sees your leg.
What's gonna happen?
More Skulders.
They're gonna grow out of my leg?
Yes.
How do we take care of that?
Don't know.
Cut off the leg.
Right? Do you know how long it takes?
2 moons.
2 months. Got it.
I think he said 2 moons, which is
Well, yeah, it's
shorter than 2
Oh yeah,
months.
yeah, no. Yeah, 2 days, 2 nights. Fuck. This is gonna be interesting.
So I'm gonna ask Brom what he's saying.
So apparently I got about two moons before more of those come crawling out of my leg.
Make a medicine check, Aspen.
Okay.
Ooh, what'd you get? 15 and a 22, and you will have an advantage on this one, so you can take the 22. You know that you got the larva out of there, so you're pretty sure that there's nothing that's going to be growing out of that. The goblin's probably just afraid, but there is some sort of infection or disease that's in there. And that's something the goblin probably wouldn't know about. But you think it's not going to be a threat within 2 days' time. That's your professional medical advice.
Yeah, he's probably used to just scalders bursting out of somebody and killing them so they wouldn't know about the infection.
Exactly.
Would that healing potion I have take care of that?
From your experience with healing potions, make me another medicine check real quick.
Mm-hmm.
From your experience with healing potions, that's more just to kind of like reinvigorate people and dress up just superficial like lacerations and bruises. It doesn't really do anything as far as like anything that's foreign in the body. It doesn't remove a disease. It doesn't remove poison.
So I'm going to suggest that we go back to the village and get him to the medical lady.
Okay. I need all three of you. So Brahm/Rollis and Aspent would make perception rolls.
Oof.
Brahm's too busy freaking out about his leg. And he thinks he might still have dust in his eye.
Well, and the funny part is that I clicked on Rollis when I rolled that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because see how there's a 0 there? Yeah, so that's actually because hers is at 0, so that's actually hers, not mine. That's actually his. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you go to the bottom of the chat window there, you can roll it as a person, like as someone. I believe. So like I have two options.
Oh yeah.
Him and me.
So yeah, at the bottom where it says as.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and use that one for Rollis for the time being. So Rollis is still sleeping, is what it is.
Yeah, because Rollis's perception, Rollis doesn't have a bonus. That's how I know the difference. But yeah, but now I know I can do that. We'll be good for the future.
Okay, and what was your actual? Oh, you got a 16.
16. Yeah.
You guys both very distinctly hear a little girl's voice somewhere past. You're thinking like that room where the bugbears were. You hear just a help up. Make another perception check. I need to actually roll something here too.
20. That got my attention.
Okay, I don't need to roll anything. You distinctly hear a deeper voice trying to whisper, but doing a very terrible fucking job at it. Shut up, stay in cell.
Oh, great.
I think we have more pressing matters than my leg right now.
Yeah, I heard that too. Does the goblin know anything about it?
The goblin's actually backed into a corner and he's like very pointedly staring at his own feet.
Oh, so I'm gonna look at the goblin. All right. So it sounds like there's a child down here. We're gonna try and get her out.
No.
If you cause it,
She feast.
Why no?
She feast.
No feast. If you cause issues with this, unfortunately, you're not gonna survive the night. Simply put.
He just looks at his shoes again.
If you can remain quiet and help us out, I can see you living a long life. Which do you want to do?
Roll a persuasion check +2. That was well done.
$15.
All right. It seems to have gotten through to him. He's almost too embarrassed to look at you, though.
All right. So I'm Brahm. What is your name?
I had a name for him too, damn it. I wish I'd written it down. Oh.
Pop up.
It's Gix.
Why does that sound dirty?
Goblin names always do.
All right.
If it's Babo the Gabo.
That sounds pretty dirty. All right. So what are you thinking, Aspen?
Well, we've got to go save the little girl.
All right, now, Gix, as long as you, like I said, as long as you help out with this excursion, or even if you just don't hinder us, we'll be fine. So if you want to hang out in this room, actually, it'd probably be better if you stick with us just in case. Stick with us, just in case. But just be quiet. I'm not going to make you fight your own people. Just don't help them.
He lets out a very long, stinky goblin breath. Fine.
All right, Gix, we're going to go help this girl. Nobody's eating her.
Feast.
We'll get you something else to eat, trust me. But no more eating people at this point. All right. So we're going to go unbar that door.
Okay. Yeah, you guys did a pretty thorough job of securing yourselves in here.
Aspen, this is Gix.
All right, Gix.
He just looks
Don't
up for a
blow
second.
this for us.
He looks up, moves his eyes again. Rawless seems to be slowly coming to, rubbing the dirt out of his eyes.
Just look over at Rawless. Rawless, we got someone else to go save now.
All right. He gets up, winks at Aspen, and gets his stuff together. All right. So you guys unclogged the doorway over here. What is your plan?
So,
right.
do you think we need to ask Ginks? Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, I'll
how to
talk
get there?
to Ginks. Yeah, I'll talk to Ginks and have him guide us. Ginks, so where is this girl kept at?
Gix!
I said Gix. No,
I said it wrong.
Gix. Yeah, Gix.
Gix.
You don't have to lead the way. Just guide us.
He points off this direction, just kind of.
Okay, so we'll go back to where the bugbears were then.
Okay.
And we'll sneak up there in case someone found our bodies but hasn't done anything about it yet.
Okay. So you guys are just making your way over there slowly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Let's go ahead and move your characters to the next room, just at the beginning of it. Gix is actually following along with you at quite a distance behind. And we're going to cut over to the others two again.
Okay.
All right.
Whoop. All right, so what are you guys doing?
Going down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we just go back to the other map then.
No, quick question real quick. That was redundant. What were we doing here again? I can't quite remember. Like, we were sent here for something, but...
You guys had been fetched out of a town probably a couple weeks away, like a couple cart... like, if you're riding in a cart, it would have been a couple weeks away. A dwarf named Brecklin, who seems to be kind of an entrepreneur in this area, had hired you to find anything of value within the ruins nearby because his own villagers wouldn't come up here, and he didn't want to see him getting his hands dirty.
Okay.
Jerky
I needed a refresher.
knows him as a kind of contact for the Thieves Guild, so there's something dirty in that, but you don't have the dirt on all that yet. But you do know he is a contact for the Thieves Guild in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Whether he makes that known to you is up to him. But yeah, so basically you were promised about 200 gold if you could actually procure some of the gems that he swears are in here. And whenever he said gems, his eyes just like sparkled and lit up. Like you could see the greed just motivate him. So
Right.
let me get these guys.
Quick question for you, Sean.
What's up?
I'm assuming these guys are showing up after us.
Yes.
We did stuff on the way down.
Yep.
Okay. I was just seeing if you remember that or not.
Yes, I do actually.
Okay. Yeah, because Aspen was doing stuff on the way down for us.
Yep, I very distinctly remember that actually.
Okay.
What you're
Sounds good.
saying that concerns me.
Be concerned. Okay. So you guys, let me switch over so nobody's peeking in on this. That doesn't work well, does it? Okay. So you guys go down the stairs. It takes an immediate right and goes down further. The ceiling is probably about 10 feet above your head here. There's rough columns kind of sticking out from the wall in areas, but for the most part, it's just covered in old lichen and moss. And what looks to be a lot of burn marks. Dust covers the floor for the most part, but there does seem to be some footprints that have disturbed that. They lead down in front of you. Up in front of you here, there is a door at an intersection, and then a way off to the right. And both...
You mean left? Or
left, yes. Thank you. We can go ahead and move you guys in here further, too. Both of you guys go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
oh, hey, it's doing the thing. Yeet.
It's not
Aw.
like you're gonna explode or anything, so just saying. Or maybe you will. I don't know.
Well,
Jerky, since you're so tiny, you find yourself having to look up a lot anyways. And when you look up, you kind of see an area of the wall right about here. It seems to have been cleared of some of the lichen and the moss and even scrubbed of some of the blast marks or whatever that is, the burn marks. And there's what looks kind of like a directional arrow. You did do that on the wall, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's also a lot of...
Which way is it pointing?
That aspect, which way is it pointing?
On the path we took.
So
You're
towards
pointing
the way you went?
direction we came from, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's pointing back the direction you guys came from then. Yeah, so, and as you're looking around in this hall that is labeled A, you see the 3 bars over here. They're kind of pushed outwards and bent from what looks like an explosion? Question mark. There's some bodies littering the room, but they're really ancient, just bones that have fallen apart. They've got crossbow bolts in them. Most of them look like, a couple of them look like soldiers, but most of them look more like servants. And, yeah.
I mean, the servants here are pretty rich. Any of them got coin bags?
well, I don't see this rune or any whatever it is.
It's an arrow.
But or arrow, yeah.
Nope, you don't.
Kind of curious about the door, but also concerned. Anything distinct about it, or is it just a door?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, why do you do this to me, Dice?
It
That's
is
2 3s in a row.
It is a door, and it is just so much door that it's a door.
And then so another door here it looks like. So either way it's although if we took another right, that would start leading back. Trying to think of the direction of everything when we entered in the top. So let's see, base was over here, came down that way. That is now.
If you fix it in your head, the stable with the lift elevator was somewhere over here, and the stable with the trapdoor was somewhere over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have my map zoomed out enough. Where was the trapdoor you were saying?
The stable with the trapdoor would have been about here, and the stable with the lift would have been down here. I'm approximating, so it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, so this
Okay.
entrance 3 isn't an elevator?
I'm not saying shit.
Well, you can't see that.
Yeah.
I can't see that. It says entrance number 3.
I'm just gonna try the door closest to me, I guess, and
All right.
see if it budges.
You know what, fuckers? Think about this. There you go. All right, so what are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, and as you're exploring, like I said, it looks like this room was blasted. Like there's scorch marks everywhere. These metal bars here are bent into the room that you're in. And this door here, why is it not clicking anymore? Oh, because I'm still in the hide thing. This door here seems to be partially busted on one of its hinges, although it's still upright. But it looks like some of the wood has been kind of forcefully pushed inwards. Well, outwards from you guys.
No, I don't know. I don't really see, aside from the scorch marks, I guess there's not really anything too suspicious about which direction I should go, so.
So you said the door was like broken, like one of the hinges was broken?
Yeah, one of the hinges is hanging away from the wall. Like the door's kind of canted to the side a little bit, leaves kind of a sliver of open area there.
But see, if we're looking for loot, we want to go where no one else has gone.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering, is the newly exposed wood on that, or is it newly exposed, or is it just as dirty as the rest of the door?
It's just as dirty as the rest of the place.
All right.
I'm just going to try the door that's close to us then.
Okay. You open it up, and as you can see right there, it opens immediately to a wall and what appears to be another staircase leading down.
All right. And then, can I see what's down there, or?
Yeah, let me go ahead and reveal a little bit of that to you.
How long do torches last, by the way?
Quite a while.
Okay.
So you can see that there's basically some pillars in here, and kind of a wall over there. It looks like the other stairwell from possibly the trapdoor, you're assuming?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna start looking around, wary of dangers, because apparently something blew the fuck up. But also just seeing what I can find too.
Are you gonna enter into the room?
Yes.
Okay. Let me read this real quick and make sure I'm caught up on it.
Upon entering the room, make a dex save.
Please no.
Not yet.
What? Hold on. Yet.
So in this room, like I said, there's 4 columns going right up the middle, and on each of the columns, on each side, is an old torch sconce. They're all old and rusted. And this isn't Skyrim. They aren't all lit. There's a lot of water dripping from up above, so apparently there's some like cracks in the ceiling up above you. And the ceiling is about 25 feet up in here as well. It's got an arched, like vaulted ceiling, almost cathedral style. But you can tell that this room is a storeroom that was kept under the keep. You can see old barrels that are pretty much smashed and scattered everywhere. Old crates, what looks like some hay here and there. You're assuming that pile of black goo off to the side just near you used to be like some apples or something, but it's hard to tell. But there's not a lot of dust settled in this room from all the moisture, from all the dripping from up above. And it appears that there are a couple deeper pools, like maybe half a foot deep in some areas where the water's just kind of worn away and made a little pocket for itself. But yeah, mostly just broken, splintered wood damn near everywhere.
Do the sconces have torches in them that are just unlit, or?
No.
No?
Nope.
Well, I was going to relight them if I could, but since they don't have anything in them, I'm just gonna wander around, I guess.
Make a survival check for me real quick, actually.
Dun, dun, dun.
What? We're not doing this again, roll20.
Apparently we
We're
are.
not doing this again.
The rolls are a little out of order there, guy.
You were trying to dredge up how to make a torch. You were dredging up how to. You were looking for something. Do you guys are entering into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Both of you make perception checks.
There you go.
Apparently, I was looking for something. Oh.
And Gurky was distracted.
The torch is too bright.
Yeah, you really are. You managed to do the same thing that Brom did, and as you're walking in here, you kind of kick up a little pile of dust and lichen mold stuff, and it gets into your eye and kind of batting it away.
Ew.
Yeah, it's really gross. Some of the cobwebs. What did
Is there
you
more
get?
of this
The
room, or
black
is it?
goo.
Yeah, there is more. I'll reveal it here in a second.
Okay. I got a 23.
You are pretty sure you see skittering off in the various areas of the room underneath some of the broken boards and old brittle hay. Lots of it. Roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. Well, all right.
You guys will get a bonus since he did notice, like he made his perception check. So we'll be. Oh Jesus!
Way to go, Gurky.
We really don't like rats, apparently.
Way to go, Tim.
All right.
All the rats.
That's a lot of rats. I don't like that.
They're not rats. They're giant rats.
Are they
Oh,
dire
no.
rats?
That's not even all of them.
Are they rare corgis?
Yeah. Like my dwarf. That was pretty damn funny, I have to admit. Let's see. 9, 10.
Alright.
This will be interesting.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
the confusion Gurky would go through if he became a were-rat?
Not much would change.
Yeah. But he would try to eat himself. A lizard to a rat.
Do I really have to look this up on the interwebs?
Maybe.
Possibly.
God, there's so many, too. Oh, my God. Maybe we should just run back out and close the door.
Running is always an option. I don't think that enough people do run in
unless
D&D.
they roll a natural 20 on their initiative.
No,
that's
these guys
totally
actually...
an option.
I'm giving them a bonus because they kind of took the rats by surprise. They haven't had visitors in quite some time, and
Hasn't seen
I
light.
perception roll, too.
Yeah, they're probably blinded. Their eyes are a little milky.
blinded by light. Sorry, I'm trying to look these guys up, but it's not showing me what I need. Internet it is.
Currently looking at what they do.
Giant rats 5e. Oh yeah, this will be fun.
Oh no, Michael, they have pack tactics.
Oh, God.
Run away.
Yeah, basically, the moment we enter this room and I kind of look around with the torch and see these things, I'm immediately just turning to Kirky and just run back out the door now.
Slowly back out, shut the door like nothing happened.
All right.
Well, I have a torch, so they probably see us at this point.
Oh yeah.
They also have dark vision, so
True.
So you guys will need to make both a dex check and an athletics check. And if you don't have athletics, just use dex to see if you can get
Can I
back
use
out
acrobatics?
and out the door and get the door shut. No, you're not trying to tumble up the stairs.
we're
You're-
making 2 checks.
You're not doing a cartwheel like over things. Acrobatics is like the showing off form of athletics.
Well, no, there's performance. All right, that's what you're thinking of. I think.
No, performance would be like juggling and things of that nature. Giving an oration to a crowd.
Okay, but hear me out. Acrobatics. When you try to stay on your feet in a tricky situation, such as when you're trying to run across a sheet of ice, balance on a tightrope, or stay upright on a rocking ship's deck.
You're at the base of a stairway.
You're on solid ground, bud.
I'm trying to look for an excuse to use it. Okay, so What were they? Dex or athletics?
Yep. One of them has to be Dex. The other one can be athletics if you're good at it. If not, just 2 Dex rolls.
All right.
That's for each of you.
All right.
So
Not terrible. Could be better, but not terrible.
not terrible at all. That gets both of you through the door, and woo! You guys slam it shut. They had noticed as you're doing that and started charging, but not that you'll really be able to see them. So I'm going to do that in the dark.
In the dark.
In the dark.
Attack the darkness.
I cast magic missile.
You guys get the door closed, and within a second later, you just start to hear thumping against the door, a whole bunch of it. It's actually rattling the door. The door is probably about a half a foot thick, solid wood, but it's old wood.
Yeah, don't like that. It locks, right?
There's no lock on it.
And remember,
no.
normal rats can chew through pipes.
The lucky thing is
These are not normal.
this door opened into that other room, so
them pushing against it is just going to keep it shut.
But just so you're aware, I mean, it also means you can't pile things against it and hope to keep the door closed.
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing if there's any way I can not trap the thing, but yeah.
Have any
There's
AoE static things like Cloud of Daggers?
oddly enough, I don't really have much AoE at all.
Can you stick your hand under the door and cast fire?
Fireball.
No. Well, yeah. Door's gonna slam shut. I'm actually gonna see if I can't cast mending on any bits of it that are not doing too well to try and support it a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's pretty smart.
Okay.
You just see a few places that are warped more than others, and maybe kind of where the hinge is. So you spend a few minutes and just cast mending on there, and it seems to kind of button up and make a little bit of a tighter seam. But yeah, they're still thumping away at the door.
After that, I'm just gonna turn to Gerke and just
Every few seconds, you just hear.
We hear nothing.
Really? Can't hear any of that?
Nope.
We hear the snapping.
Wow. So, I mean, at least the speaker system is working really well then. Those were loud bangs. All right. Anyways, loud banging.
You know what? I'm just gonna go through the other door and close that behind us.
The door that's barely hanging on.
Yep.
All right. You guys go through the door that's barely hanging on, and it opens into another room. And through the hallway, you can kind of see into a larger room.
Does this one open away or towards us?
It opens into the room you're going into.
Okay.
Man, this place was not designed for emergencies.
No.
Right. In fact, it probably made raiding it easier.
All the doors went inward.
Or wait, no, that would be harder because you can actually, if we're in this. Yeah. Well. Anyways, yeah, just warily take a few steps into this room.
All right.
Hopefully, no rats come chasing us down. Hopefully.
You can see, I'm going to say probably about that far in your torchlight. It's kind of like the other room, a little bit bigger, same kind of ceiling. Cobwebs everywhere in this room. I don't think I told you guys earlier, but yeah, no, never mind. It's not something you would have seen. There's cobwebs everywhere in this room. And again, the torch sconces on each one of the pillars. 25-foot high ceiling. And yeah, this one definitely, you can see what used to be like chicken coops and stuff, but most of them are crushed. There are some feathers, whichever ones aren't completely rotted. Feather skeletons, I guess. Lots of old brittle hay just scattered all over the place. A couple petrified eggs of all things. Yeah, and just heaps and heaps of just really dried out brittle hay. Actually, are you guys still hanging in the doorway?
A little bit, yeah. Kind of looking around.
I'm trying to get away from the rats.
All right, so I'll reveal a little bit more here to you. You see some dead spiders. One of them is actually quite large. Probably about the size of a human.
Jesus. All right.
But it is quite dead, but fairly freshly because some of the blood that's leaking out of it still seems a little bit wet-ish. Maybe tacky to the touch. That's the best way to put it. Also, over in this direction, there's a bunch of little tiny dead ones, and some of them just look as if they had exploded from the inside. Like legs and shit.
What did you guys use on them? All right.
He'll just
I
have
guess
to wait.
cautiously wander towards it just to see what's going on.
Okay, let me reveal some more to you. We'll just go ahead and reveal the rest, actually. Yes, that would be the entrance 3. Yeah, and from there you can... Oh, I didn't reveal that. What did I do?
You just move tokens.
There we go. Yeah, so you guys can see actually up in the ceiling, way the hell up there, the bottom of that lift and some of the chains that come into this room. And it does look like a service elevator, basically to move livestock in and out of here.
Gotcha.
So, and yes, there is another dead spider, another one of these guys, but he is over in this section. And just bunches and bunches of little ones that have all been just basically popped all over the place. We are going to cut from you guys back to the other group. Brom, Aspen, and Rawless, what are you doing?
With Gix guiding us, we're going back up to where the bugbears were, where we killed them.
Okay, so Gix is staying in the back, but he keeps pointing off that direction. So go ahead and move your tokens forward. I'll move Rawless.
Yeah, Aspen can have the rope.
The rope? Oh, to Gix?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Gix will stay right with you then. And then Brom, you're going up there too?
Yeah.
All right, you guys pass the well, past the stairway, and you go back into the room, and there is no bugbear bodies.
I wonder if they heard
Am I seeing drag marks?
Roll an investigation check, please.
Let's see how well this goes.
Oh, that was on a 12.
Right.
Was.
You just start sneezing. All this dust and moss and stuff everywhere. Aspen. You're muted, hun.
I've rolled investigation too.
Did you want me to roll investigation?
If you'd like to investigate the room, sure.
Yeah.
Rawless got a 6.
Yeah, currently Rawless and Brom seem to be having a hard time with it. Rawless is too busy trying to comment on the loveliness that is you and not really paying attention. And Brom is just sneezing and can't stop. You do, however, notice that there do appear to be some drag marks that... let me get the pointer here. Why is it not doing that? Am I on the wrong thing? Drag marks that seem to be pulling the bugbears off this direction. Just kind of like a bloody, dusty, mud-swept little area that just kind of leads off in that way.
Okay, I'm going to point that out to Brom.
Okay. So yes, you do now see drag marks.
Okay. But so, Gix, what's through these doors?
He just shrugs his shoulders. The mama.
The mama.
The mama. And my brothers. My brothers. And he's like, his eyes light up. He seems eager, like he's kind of like trying to walk towards this door over here once he said brothers.
Okay. But he's saying the mama is in that door over there.
Yeah, when you asked him, that's what you're inferring, and that's where he looked.
Okay. Okay. And then, so Gix, where is the little girl kept?
With the mama?
Okay. So, I'll look at aspect. So, it sounds like his mother is through that door over there. And the rest of his family is through the other door.
And what do you say about the little girl?
He
He
didn't
says
really.
that the little girl is probably with his mother. Either way, we are probably going to have visitors from behind, depending on which door we go through. Or, yeah.
You guys, I was going to have you roll perception, but you don't even need to roll perception on this. You hear distinctly that really gruff voice again. Shut up, or I eat your arm right here.
Which door is that coming from? Is that coming from that door? Okay.
And we better hurry.
I'm assuming that's all in Goblin 2 that's being spoken gruffly, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
No, actually,
What'd they say?
sorry, that was Orcish.
Oh, okay. Which I don't think I speak Orcish. No, I
Hang
speak
on.
Goblin.
Funny, I do speak orc.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I speak orc.
Oh, then you actually heard
you
that.
Understand that.
You understood that.
Oh.
So we should probably. So if I'm hearing that little girl through that doorway, then I'm gonna go through that doorway then.
Yeah, and what it is just kind of a barred door. It's not an actual door. It's just like, a jail cell series of bars. This looks like it could have been just like a few cells in a dungeon type of thing.
Okay.
Where they probably kept the unruly or whatever.
Okay. So I can see into there then?
Yep, and let me go ahead and reveal that for you real quick. There is more to that than that. There you go. All right. So yeah, so you see down another set of stairs, and there is what appears to be 3 cells down there. You can't see into them from here, but
All right. I'd say me and Rawless will lead the way.
Okay.
And we'll just start heading down.
Nyx grabs the back of your belt, Aspen, and just seems to be holding on to it and walking behind you. You guys are going to head down the hallway?
Yeah.
All right. Let me check something real quick, and we'll see how this goes. All right. You guys...
Don't be bad.
It wasn't. It's more in your favor than not. So, did you guys ever hear how these interpretive die rolls work? They're also called oracle dice. So it's a roll that Hermit's kind of introducing into some of the things. So when I roll a 12-sided dice, what it is, I'm trying to kind of get the feel of a situation. Odds tend to be bad for you guys. Evens tend to be good. And the higher the even, the better for you. The lower the odd, the worse.
Okay.
Yeah, some people have different variations of that, and they call it oracle dice. But this is his version, so, and it works really fucking well. So if you see me rolling a d12, that's why. I'm just trying to kind of get the situation. But this one kind of works in your favor. What happens is down at the left-hand side, that left-hand cell at the very back end of the hallway there, suddenly the jail door there, the barred door, bends outwards, and you hear a loud booming sound and see kind of a shoulder, but it doesn't completely break open. And you just hear this bellowing, "Oh!" But yeah, so this door kind of pops off. It didn't completely come off its hinges and didn't completely come undone. But there's something big down there.
Yix, what is that?
Mama! She's mad. All right. The two of you hear distinctly something bang off in the distance, and the sound kind of echoes, well, both from this direction up here and from this direction, more predominantly from this direction down here. You hear a loud bang and then just kind of this guttural, whoa!
Well, I don't like the sounds of that, but it could mean that there's something worth protecting, so I'm gonna let my curiosity take over here and head over towards the door.
We may have to come up with a roll mechanic for that. That could be kind of fun.
What's that?
For your curiosity thing. If you give you a bonus and give you a quirk for it, but we'll figure that out later.
Well, you know, we kind of already have a dice for that.
In 3rd edition, that was will saves.
I'm a little more scared than anything else. I'm just like, don't like that, but there's rats behind us, so...
What are you thinking, Gurky?
New friend?
You guys go in this door here?
Yeah. That's where we heard it from, right?
Yep. Is that a yes?
Or yeah.
Okay. So you guys open that. There's some stairs that go up a little bit before going up to another door. Your favorite doors.
All right.
Okay. And you open that, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They tried to open it.
I was going to say, we tried to open it.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it seems to be blocked.
I'm going to look at Gurky and just...
I mean, it scoots a little, but it's being held in place there by something.
Can I try and force it open?
You can try. Little 75-pound rat.
Wizard and the tiny kobold.
Go ahead and make strength checks, you guys, or you can do a strength check to help the other one and give him advantage, either or.
Take a help action. Yes.
I'm seeing if... I'm seeing if there's anything I can use to help out here.
I mean, there's a kobold,
like some sort of...
There's a kobold you can pick up and throw at the door.
Come on now, I'm no barbarian. I wouldn't do that to a small creature. I'm gonna try. Fuck it. Try busting it down. See what happens.
Okay, are you guys helping each other or doing it separately?
Caleb?
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just...
rolled.
Yeah, 2 dice will be rolled either way, but depending on whose strength you use, it can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Fine,
Look over
I'll
to
help
Gurky and just...
the bigger one.
All right.
I was gonna say, I'd look to Gurky and just... questions whether he should ask this or not from him. Just, do you mind helping me out here?
Yeah?
All right, go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage.
Wow.
You slam into the door really hard, the both of you do, kind of get it timed. It does budge inward about 2 or 3 inches, but you can definitely see there's been furniture, like some busted up furniture pushed up against the door.
Actually, you know what? I have a crowbar.
Oh. Well, that would help.
We can...
I took a burglar's kit.
That's
Nice.
That's how you're spending hope action. It's using the crowbar.
Well, if we go and if you guys want to make another strength check with advantage, we'll give you another +2 to whatever you roll as well with the crowbar.
All right, here, one sec. Let me... Does the Explorer's Pack actually have anything in it that would help me here? Not particularly. Okay. Yeah, okay, just... I mean, it moved at least a little.
Yep.
Not much, but a little. So, try it again. Try again. Why do these dice hate me?
15. It
It
budges
was
another.
almost on a 20.
It budges another couple of inches. You can kind of get a leg in there or an arm.
Or how about a gherky?
Right?
Well, if he made
4 inches, probably not.
yeah, you'd have to do a pretty good little acrobatics thing there. All right.
I'm gonna wave Tim back. I'm just like, Gurky got this. And I'm gonna take the crowbar and I'm gonna try myself.
All right.
Which, the crowbar does say it gives me advantage on strength checks where the crowbar's leverage can be utilized.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll.
Big money, no whammies. That was an 18. Crap.
So much for advantage.
This little kobold goes up to the door and just kind of like pushes against the crowbar. And just,
The gap's too wide.
The door closed. You lost ground.
No. But with all the pressure you put on the crowbar, you almost flung it into the other room. You managed not to, but yeah, it was a close call. You do hear. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
You first.
What if we tried putting the crowbar towards the hinges, breaking those off? Would that make things easier?
It's possible.
It's not like it would be probably harder to do.
No, I mean, I guess it is moving, so there's not really motivation to that. If it wasn't moving, maybe break the hinges, but yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you guys one last try, and then I'm moving back to the other group.
Okay. I'm gonna have Gurky position the crowbar back in the door and just, yeah, actually do this. Let me see this real quick. Hold it there, and I'm gonna try kicking this.
All right, go ahead and make your roll.
Hopefully, I don't kick Gurky in the face.
Damn near.
There you go.
You almost kick him in the face, but plant a foot right into kind of the doorknob area, and it doesn't open up all the way. It opens up about a quarter of the way, enough for even you to squeeze through. But you hear furniture on the other side kind of tumble down and crash. So whatever was stacked up against it kind of fell, and not all of it is gone, but you did manage to wedge it open a decent amount. All right, back to you guys. You guys hear a very distinct crash of furniture back from the way you had come. Even Gix kind of looks behind him, and he's just like, got a puzzled look on his face.
And then you hear,
Gix, how many of your family is down here?
He starts like counting fingers. 102d7.
Okay. Great count.
He's a math wizard.
Right. Ross, I think we should probably take care of whatever's coming up behind us before we go engage more things in front of us. And direct him to get back to over at that doorway we came from.
So you're having Rollis go back that way?
Yeah. Well,
all right, Aspen.
Side doorway.
Okay. Aspen, what are you doing?
Set up ambush. You're muted again.
I'm definitely going to follow. I don't want to take on the mama alone.
All right, so you guys just going to lay in wait there, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. All right, we'll go back down to you guys. You guys have the door open just enough to squeeze through, if that's your choice.
Yeah, might as well.
Gurky's so happy that they got the door open and he's just going.
All right, you get into this room, and on the ground are a bunch of human skulls, some of them with like spider legs sticking out of them. A couple of them are split in half. There is kind of a black ooze, some whitish ooze, some greenish ooze leaking out of these things. It's a little disturbing. They're all kind of centered around the fireplace up at the top. There's a bunch of broken bunks and stuff in here, and kind of a little bit of smoke drifting up from some embers in the fireplace. Just the tiniest couple, tiniest couple of wisps.
Okay, be on the lookout. Seems we've got some company, as if that wasn't obvious enough, but...
Do you remember what Brecklin told you? He did say that there was... He did. He said there was another group in here, and he didn't want Father Henchley getting his hands on what was rightfully Brecklin's.
Was the group...
Right.
So the group's from a different person?
Yeah, somebody else in town had hired a different group of people to confine his stuff, and Brecklin thinks it's his by rights, because this used to be a dwarven ruins way down underneath the keep before the damned humans ever got here.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm disturbed and kind of disgusted by these skulls, but I'm gonna kind of just take a close look at them, just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah,
study them for a second.
It's absolutely lovely. I mean,
take it over to room 3 because that's all shadow.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of a weird crab-like, spider-like thing. It's definitely got a large, what is that, thorax, with a very large stinger on the end of it.
Yeah, don't like that. I'm just gonna kind of back away and just, nope.
He's gonna pull out a dagger and stab it.
Yeah, your dagger pierces right through the skull. One of the legs twitches a little bit, and that's about it.
Make a next check. Watch out for the stinger.
I guess we'll go through the next.
Actually, roll a perception or roll an investigation while you're there, real quick. It's kind of an incidental investigation.
These dice are not with me today.
Oh, I saw Vanna's on. I should talk with him.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so 7.
All right. Tim, you do notice that on the floor there is what appears to be kind of a larva that's been stomped on. It's much smaller than the actual whatever these creatures are, but there is a larva just laying on the ground. And it's coated in just regular blood.
I'm going to kind of look up and around to see if there's anything that might drop on us.
Looking up, this is kind of a smaller room. It's just a bunk room from what you can tell. You don't know if it's for the servants or for soldiers or what. There are still some bodies in here underneath some of the rubble. But looking up, it only goes up about 10 feet. Not much really to be seen. There isn't any of the skulls like hanging up in the corners or anything. And there's not a lot of cobwebs in this room. Just standard dungeon cobwebs, you know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure nothing was going to drop down on me because I forget what they're called, but there are these little creatures that can disguise. What?
Drop down bears.
Something like that. Little spiky creatures or something that could disguise themselves as rocks, I guess. So I was going through a cave system one time and had these things constantly just trying to drop on us and stab us.
Those things. I know exactly what those are, and those will mess you up.
Yeah. No, I know. I had one hit me twice.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Through the next door, I guess. Kind of keeping an ear out for anything we might hear again, since we heard that, like, gruff whatever it was.
Every one of you actually hears this kind of off from a distance. That same voice, just quiet. It's working. They're leaving.
All right.
All right.
I just kind of look back at Gurky and just, did you understand that? Because I did. I didn't like it.
Do you speak?
I speak Orc. Speak Common, Draconic, and Thieves' Cant.
Hey, I also know Draconic.
So this room in here, it's got a giant well in the center. It's probably about 10 feet across, 4 feet tall. There is a large iron grate over the top of the well, but that well seems to go down quite a ways. It's very rusted. There is some moss and stuff hanging, probably just from the moisture up above the well. That kind of hangs down into the room. Again, a lot more broken furniture. There's a stairwell that leads up and to the left, but there looks to be like a lot of rocks and stuff up there. There is a doorway off to your right past the well, and then a stairwell directly up from you.
Now, here's the question. Are is the other half of the group still using like a torch or some kind of light source?
I don't know. Are you guys using a torch or a light source?
Yeah, it's
Unless
tucked,
every one of you has it.
yeah. We're throwing shadows at this point.
And I have dark vision.
Okay.
There's my stealth check.
We're going to reduce that by 2 since that's your stealth check, but you do have a torch. Reduce that by 2, and you guys need to roll a perception.
Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely see some flickering figures.
Rawless is rocking that stealth.
All right. So, yeah, there is something up that set of stairs. You can't quite tell, but there's some sort of torchlight or maybe a fire or something up there. And there's some shadows, but they're not really moving.
I'm gonna kind of not step forward too much, but just a little bit here. And just... Okay, this normally doesn't work, but hello, is anyone there? I can see the flames there and, well, I think some of your shadows. Can't tell.
Do you hear that? You hear him talking to you.
No, I'll just walk around the corner. You're not goblins.
No, me? Goblin? Never.
Although,
Although,
I mean, you're the tallest, palest goblin I've ever seen, but...
although my friend here, he's short enough to be one.
You actually do see a goblin poke out from behind them, and he's just like scratching his head, looking at everything, trying to figure out what in the absolute hell is going on around here.
So why are you guys down here?
Well, I was sent to gather some treasure, I guess. Dude seemed pretty convinced that there was something valuable down here, and we were sent to get it for him. I think he was gonna give us like 200 gold or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're down here for religious stuff, so...
You guys hear from behind you, no more humans. And a door crashes open, just very large, metallic, crushing thunk against stone wall.
I'm gonna kind of rush up amongst, or once it starts speaking, and just, what's going on here?
That's what we were in the middle of, and you guys are being noisy. So you want to help out and figure it out together?
Yeah, guess so.
You guys can see down the hallway through the door and everything. There's enough light, and what you see, kind of in the shadows there, very large hulking figure. You think it's female from the very large sagging breasts that are hanging down almost to its knees. It's a giant ogre, and it's got a very large wooden club in one hand. It's got some arrows sticking out of one arm, and it looks to be a little wounded, and it's bleeding from its face. But it is pounding the club against the wall and against the bars of one of the jail doors. No more humans!
Gix, I thought you said that was your mom.
He's like, Mom, I'm mad. And he's trying to hide behind Aspen. All right, guys.
Don't like that.
Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, don't lie to me. That was good. That was better.
Click on your character first before you roll it as well, please.
I forgot to.
All right. Ross is a 9. Gurky is at a 16.
Me.
God, that dice just went flying.
Oh, that was a 13.
Well, pretty much all of you but Aspen go first. Oh, and Rollis. Who is first here? So it looks like Gurky, you're moving first. You're a speedy little kobold.
Indeed.
Just so you guys are aware, Gurky, he's playing a kobold, so he's probably about half human size. And wrapped up in furs, it's really hard to tell what he is, but he kind of looks like a humanoid dog lizard is the only way to really explain it.
I mean, that's not entirely wrong.
He's halfling size and has a face.
Yeah.
Long face.
Gurky's gonna rush through, probably over here.
Okay.
Next to the tiefling. who has a great sword.
Next to the very large
All the
tiefling.
other. Well, I can hide behind you if I want.
Right?
Oh yeah, you can easily make it over there.
And because you're small, you can move through anybody's
Or
Mhm.
space anyways.
do I have a line of sight from here?
On the ogre,
Yeah.
Looks like it.
it does kind of look like it. Yep, you do.
Barely, but yeah.
And it's at pretty much exactly at 60 feet.
What are the short bows range? 80. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna take a shot at this ugly monstrosity.
It is pretty fugly. A lot of saliva coming out of its mouth. And go ahead and make your shot.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna assume I miss.
What'd you roll? 9?
A
Yeah,
9.
I'm going to assume you missed 2.
It was a warning shot.
It's duly been warned. Yeah, sorry. Gotta flip through here. Yeah, its armor class is 11. All right, so you send an arrow flying down the hall. It looks pretty true, but not true enough, and it glances off the wall down there. And that just seems to piss off the ogre even more, and it crashes its club again into the ground. Next, I believe we had... Who was it?
I don't know. It's
Brom.
not
Looks like Brom.
Is it Brom? It is Brom. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do? Let's see here. Because Shillelagh's a bonus action. So I should... So I should be able to cast Guiding Bolt and Shillelagh at the same time, correct?
Yeah, because one's
Yep.
a cantrip too. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna Guiding Bolt Mama.
Okay. Go and make your magic ranged attack.
Even have any bonus actions?
Oh.
No, I do not, apparently.
Yike.
All right. Your guiding bolt, as you're muttering it, you get distracted and it kind of pops in your hand. It doesn't technically hit you, so nothing has advantage on you, but it disrupts your Shillelagh spell.
Okay.
Are you going to move anywhere?
Yeah, I'll move forward 30 feet.
Okay. Go ahead and move your character. Yeah, you don't know what the hell just happened, but yeah, as soon as that orb started coming out of your hand, you just kind of lost your concentration of it and it just exploded right there.
That's amazing.
All right, so who is next? So that was on a 13, correct?
Yep.
So it would be the ogre's turn.
Oh, what'd it get?
10.
I have a
If I
12.
got a 10, then yeah. The little wizard.
Always trying to skip me.
Oh, what did you get?
12.
Oh, shit. Okay. Then, yeah, I'm sorry. Your turn.
It's all good.
He saw the bugbear on there.
Let's see. I have pretty clear line of sight, yeah? Looks like.
Yes.
Almost direct. Cool. Oh, wait. What's, how far is this spell? Oh, that is not very far at all. Not sure I want to get that close. Yeah, 30 feet for Witch Bolt. I was gonna cast it, but yeah, that's
You need spell sniper.
unfortunate. Right?
You can move first.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want to get that close. I'm a wizard. I take a hit and I die.
Yeah. No, unless you're dashing, you ain't gonna get that close anyways.
Oh yeah, how far is it? Oh yeah, I wouldn't even get close enough anyways, so.
You can move forward and then hold your action for if it comes in range.
Yep, and then cast.
That is
But not
true.
like very far forward. Just move kind of forward.
I mean, as long as everybody else is in front of you, it's most likely going to attack somebody else. So you can still move your 30 and still be behind me.
Actually, quick question: is there any rocks I could pick up off the ground real quick?
Oh, there's a ton of rubble in here. Yeah, absolutely. There's rocks everywhere. There's just broken bed pieces and stools and wash basins all over the place.
Are you catapulting?
I might.
Are you what?
What was it?
Catapulting.
Yeah, bucket. I'll catapult. Why not? What was the range on that? 60? Yeah, 60. So I just need to move forward a little bit here. I'm just gonna kind of step forward a little ways. Picking up a, not a huge rock, but something around, 2 pounds or something, and gonna cast catapult. It has to make a, what is that? DC 15 Dex save.
All right, let's see here. Does it not have any bonuses to saves? Really?
They're just 3d8 damage.
Yeah.
You can turn off the don't auto roll damage, right?
For spells like catapult and stuff, you cannot. Unfortunately, because I actually do have that turned off, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So you do 11 damage. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you kind of have to rock in your hands, and it goes flying out. It looks like it was shot kind of like by a pinball machine or something. Flies down the hall and smashes right into this ogre. Shatters on its face.
Nice.
Personally, I just see your wizard blowing it a kiss with the rock.
Yeah, basically just. I'm gonna have him make another check actually, because that's a good chunk of damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, it definitely puts a very severe cut, clear across his face, or hit her face and over her eye, partially blinding her for the time being.
Neat.
Using a bonus action, or are you good?
I don't think I have any bonus actions, so.
I think picking up your rock counted as your bonus action.
Oh yeah, it probably would have.
You can pick things up as a free action.
All right.
But no, I'm good. Yeah.
The ogre comes lumbering down the hall, just thump, thump, thump on the stones until it gets to where the door is and kind of crashes on that. Comes flying up to you, Brom, and it is taking a swing.
Let's see how far I fly.
What is your armor class?
15.
Oh yeah, it hits. Yeah, this isn't going to be pleasant. I warn you.
And that was the story of Brom.
Come here, Mr. Dice. Oh, my turn order thing's right in the way. Ah, 13 points of damage. So this thing swings this club right into your chest. Dealing 13 points of damage. You still conscious?
Nope.
Jesus.
You did make sure to heal your points from the last thing, though, right?
Yep. I only have 11 hit points.
Oh, yeah. You are down.
I'm level 1. I only have 11.
What class are you?
A druid?
Oh, why were you in front?
All right. Ow. I believe.
Well,
let's
because
see.
I planned on other things happening and they didn't quite happen.
All right. It is Rollis's turn. If you want to go ahead and take that over, Brom.
Yep. Let's see. So how far away is that? So that's within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Rollis is going to rage and charge up there and attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
You dare hurt my friend!
Right? swap that over to Rollis. There we go.
Is there any pluses to that? Oh, 13. Okay. No, that was your...
No, that
It is the 13.
Rollis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, nice. Good job, Rollis.
So 13
damage too.
All right. Rollis goes flying up there, just a streak of red skin and fur, and swings this greatsword right into its gut. It bellows. Blood goes splattering everywhere. It's still upright, but it is definitely hurting. Gix moves on a 6, and he comes running up behind Braum. He says, "No, need more food." And you see him like sprinkling a powder onto you. You regain 3 hit points.
Woo! So that, yeah.
Well, that brings you to what, 1?
Yeah, it was a D3 plus 2, so. All right. Well,
Are we
I mean,
counting those negative hit points? Are we counting negative hit points or no? Yes. What?
yes.
Okay. So yeah. So that puts me at 1.
All right. You hit the ground. You go unconscious, and a second later, you're kind of like almost sneezing from this dust with a goblin sprinkling some of it on your face, muttering something about need more food. It's a goblin mixture.
Oh, Grix, you can have all the food.
He just like kind of eyeballs you, and he's like, "Gix!"
Didn't I say Grix? God, I'm terrible. Grix. I keep throwing in extra letters.
That's pretty damn funny. All right, Aspen, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Don't do it like I did. It was terrible.
Oh, why didn't that work?
Looks like you have it set up without an attack, but it has the spell description instead.
You because let's see here. Yeah, because if you select it from your spell list, it does the description. But if you do it from the front of your character sheet, then it'll
Oh, I use my spell list. I just click on the name of it.
That's what I did.
Huh. Real quick, if you go towards the right of the spell, there should be 2 icons there: the chat bubble and the like little information icon. You want to click on the information icon real quick, and then that should bring up a gear icon as well. And somewhere in there, right above the description, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Or is it?
Yeah, it's the output where it says spell card or attack.
Yep.
Oh, got it.
Now it's not showing a number for me.
Nope. It didn't do a roll, so. Do you have a... in the spell description, do you have what it's using as your attack? Like, does it say, like, wisdom, strength?
It would be with her wisdom as a range attack.
Okay. Well, how about you go ahead and just roll a d20 just in your little drop-down menu on the left?
Yeah.
Because I think her wisdom modifier is a 4.
Did it do it that time?
No.
Oh,
No.
Okay. I clicked something else, so I was hoping. Okay, D12, you said?
D20.
D20.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure you hit without any modifiers. So.
Yep. You hit really well. So go ahead and roll the damage on that. Whatever the damage is for Guiding Bolt, which is, it doesn't say.
46.
46. So go to your dice thing, choose the D6, and click on the 4, like over to the right of it. Yep.
This thing's gonna die before I freaking land a shot.
That's pretty hefty. All these blows that you guys are hitting this with are each over a quarter of its thing, so each one of these is dealing a wound.
And then I wanted to use a bonus action to heal Brom. It's Healing Word.
And is that a bonus action?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
But it's a
Oh.
first level spell is the only problem. You can't cast 2
And what's
first
the
level
range?
spells.
Oh,
It's
120.
Oh, is it 100?
No, sorry, it's 60.
Yeah.
You can't do that this turn, but you will be able to next turn.
Okay.
But yeah, your blast hits it. Glowing orb forms in your hands, goes flying out, casting shadows all over the room and slams into the ogre. It steps back a couple feet, kind of back into the room a little. You staggered it.
I'm so glad
Goes down to one knee.
Me dropping can motivate everybody.
And you hit it kind of up in the neck, right near where it was hit in the eye, and it is bellowing. Yeah, so everybody needs to roll initiative. It was a good shot, by the way, unless you want to use some of your turn to move. Aspen.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and move your character where you'd like her to be.
How far can
All
I
right,
move?
Caleb, settle down there.
Up to 30 feet.
He wants to hit it.
He really does, too. Got a nat 20 on that.
He knows there's an initiative
Whoops.
bonus or an advantage on it, so he wants to hit it.
Speaking of, Caleb, you actually there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
Just
right,
speaking.
initiative.
my initiative is very fitting for right now.
Yeah, it really
Yeah?
is. You've got goblin guck in your eye. You just took a massive blow to your chest. You just,
Yeah, I just took a tree branch to the chest. Yeah.
not so much a tree branch, just more of a tree.
Whole tree.
Right.
All right.
All right,
Sure,
it looks
I have
like
a couple broken bones at this point.
you did, but they're currently knitting themselves back together, and it is a very awkward feeling to actually have your bones knit in real time. It's very itchy at best.
Nice.
And you do have the wind knocked out of you. That's kind of why you're just slow to move.
Yeah.
But you're feeling a little bit better. Gurky, go ahead and do what you're going to do.
All right.
You're getting all excited, like, yeah, let's hit this thing.
What happens if you have 2 instances of advantage?
It's just normal advantage.
Yeah, it doesn't stack,
Unfortunately, it does not. Yeah.
Big gay.
Well,
All right.
Can
you stack advantage? No, it does
no,
not.
you can't stack advantage, but can your sneak attack apply to range attacks? I think it can.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it can.
Absolutely.
Which are all at 22. So.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. I turned off auto roll damage, and I don't know how to roll damage now.
Okay, so
click on the
word
short
bow. Yeah.
yeah. Well, just where it says in our chat window there, you see where it shows like your 2 rolls, and it says short bow below that. Just click on where it says short bow.
Oh, right.
For another 11. Nice.
11 damage.
Jesus. Your arrow goes flying through the air and hits it again about where it was hit in the face. Just sinks into its head a ways. The thing's not dead, but it is screaming in pain. Holds a hand up to its
not gonna have
forehead.
A casket.
Yeah, no. I mean, the boobs alone should have said that, but so yeah, it now has a tiny arrow sticking out of the side of its head, pinning its ear back to its skull. Yeesh. Are you going to make any movement or anything?
No.
Okay.
The thing's big.
Gurky's jumping up and down. He just nailed an awesome shot.
I knew they were getting creative with piercings nowadays, but it's a new one.
All right, Rawliss's turn.
All right. So Rawless, still in rage, is going to swing. Does Rawless have advantage at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, it should have had an attack of opportunity when the ogre was blasted back. But I forgot.
Oh.
So go ahead and just roll with advantage. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Way to go, Rawless. 9 damage.
All right. The sword comes crashing down into its shoulder, almost cleaving that entire arm off. Not the one that's holding the club. But at this point, it frenzies. You just start to see bubbles and foam come out of its mouth. Most of it's blood, but some of it's spittle. It is not a happy critter. It's the ogre's turn, and it is not too pleased with Rawless. But it's not. What's
This
that?
is not showing up on the side here. What did it get for initiative?
Oh, 11.
Ah.
Rolls a 10. So swings the club, and the club actually kind of gets caught up in the ceiling, just scraping it, and then comes slamming into the ground next to you. Kind of feels a shockwave. Almost everybody in the room does, just from the sheer damage of the hit. But does not hit Ross. Let's see if he does anything else. No, he does not. Ogres are a very simple lot here. Okay, so after 11, we have Timaeus, Isaiah, Magnus. What are you doing?
That is a good question. What am I doing? I guess I will cast Toll the Dead on it.
You want to pop that up in the window?
Yeah, that's... Why did it... Wait, that's not how it's supposed to work. It has an attack roll, but it's supposed to be... Yeah, it's a wisdom save. There we go. Of 15.
So it's an automatic hit?
Yeah.
Auto hit, but it has to make this save, yeah.
Of 15. Yeah, it's not going to make that.
Cool. It takes D12 since it's already taken damage. And I don't know if I can actually modify that from here, so I'm just going to roll a D12. Why?
So that's the total damage?
Yes, 1.
Why do these dice hate me so?
All right, you very menacingly raise your hand in the air and point your finger at this thing, and a bell just sounds off, deafening, well, not permanently deafening everybody, but just as loud as can be. And the ogre looks up, kind of shakes her head for a second, and just glares at you.
The arrow, pierced its ears shut, so it didn't hear us very well.
All right, so are you moving anywhere?
Nah. I'm good keeping it at a distance.
All right, Aspent, what are you doing?
I wanted to where'd I go? Sorry. I wanted to cast Cure Wounds on Brahm.
Okay, you can definitely do that. It's a touch, and yeah, so you just roll for the amount you heal, plus your wisdom modifier.
So it's probably not going to work. Should I try to click it?
You can try. You can try.
Nope.
Okay, just go ahead and roll at 1d8. 6 plus 4, so 10.
Yeah, that puts me at the pole.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you get a sudden elation. Aspen reaches down over you, touches her hand to your chest, and gold white filaments just kind of circle around you and light you up and make you glow for a minute. And you feel pretty elated. You jump to your feet. You're pretty good to go. You feel your ribs stitched together real fast. Again, uncomfortable, but kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. It's done and gone. And you are back in fighting action. You're still going to be at a -1 for a little bit, but that's about it. All right, so it's Brahm's turn.
All right. Let's see. So I'm gonna taking an act by getting up is gonna take away from everything, but I'm gonna have to.
It takes half your movement to stand up.
Okay, yeah. So we'll get up, and I'm gonna pump it with my staff.
Did you want to cast your shillelagh first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I got my bonus action, then yeah, I'll cast Shillelagh on it first.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh. Wait. How did you have a plus
Oops.
6? Damn.
No, that was Rawless. Sorry. But that's still.
Well, it's still your roll. It's just under a different
but
name.
I still have a +6. But yeah.
Okay.
That's 15 to hit.
Yep, that's definitely going to hit.
All right.
All right. You get up, kind of clutching your chest, still can't really believe that you can breathe so easily. Rear back your big old staff, and it suddenly glows, and you smash this thing right in the forehead. Its eyes turn inwards, and it falls face first to the ground. Loud thud.
Save.
Make a dex save.
I'm gonna hit her a couple extra times afterwards.
Just bonk, bonk, bonk.
Yeah, that thing could have done a lot more damage. I mean, as you saw, but yeah, you smash it in the head quite a few more times.
She one-shotted me.
And yet, it could have done more.
Yeah.
As you're beating this thing on the head, Gix is pulling at your arm, telling you to stop because it's going to make Data mad.
I'm sorry?
What? Gix?
Like, my character actually, like, for a moment just... I'm sorry, what?
No,
Well, you don't know,
no.
Goblin.
Data get mad. Dad mad. Dad get mad.
So, Mama has a mate. Got it.
Is it a good time for a break?
Let me check the time. Yes, it's actually past time for a break. So we will be back in 5, everyone.
All right, so then...
Alrighty, I'm back at least.
Same.
Okay, and I think Aspen will be here any second. And that just froze the screen.
Oh, way to go.
Yep. Still getting used to everything, but I think I'm finally starting to get it figured out. Slowly but surely.
Speaking of, it looks like your video feed is a little lower than it should be. A little cropped.
Oh?
Yeah. On the actual stream screen, that is, not the Discord screen.
Is that better?
Should be. I don't know. It just looks cropped. I don't know if it's actually is or not.
Showing me everything's in alignment.
Yeah, on the feed, you have a black bar over your head.
Well-
Aspen has a black bar over her head. Tim has one.
Let's see if I can take care of the one on mine. Mine's probably because where my camera's set. There we go.
That's better. Still has a small black bar, but yeah, much better. Not
It just
missing
looks like-
half of your...
It just looks like you need to raise your feed up
Oh,
itself.
there we go.
There, like that.
Aha!
Not adjust the camera, just move your picture.
There. And we took care of Aspen as well. All right, so you guys have just slain an ogre. And it is laying there in front of you, blood and bubbles coming out of its mouth. Gix is frantically tugging at your arm, warning you about data. And you guys kind of hear a little whimper come from back in the cells.
Did you guys hear that? Sounded like I don't know, a whimper. I couldn't tell what it was.
There's a small girl somewhere down here.
You see his eyes just kind of widen and just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we heard her scream earlier. That's why we were coming here, but then we got distracted by you. But
Yeah, do you guys want to make a perception roll?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
oops, I'm not mean to roll with advantage. I got a 12.
21.
Okay. So you guys see down at the end of that cell what looks like a tiny little hand and a tiny little head kind of poking out from behind the doorway there.
I kind of step forward past Brom, I think that is, or whoever the tiefling is.
Rawless, yeah.
Morales.
Oh, Alice. Okay. Kind of step past them. Just, hello. Hi. I think I see someone over there. Are you okay?
She ducks back inside the moment she realizes she's been noticed.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk past the ogre and
Yeah.
right on.
I'm gonna
over
warily.
there. I mean, I'm gonna intentionally like walk on top of the ogre.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys will be able to see these cells. Most of the cells are just dirty, filthy, nasty. Some of it looks like it has really old dried blood in there. Some skeletons in there. Probably prisoners that died during whatever attack, whenever, 80 years ago or so. Old brittle hay, kind of a broken bucket. And yeah, there is a little girl trying to cower in a corner over there. Let me get her in the
Are you
corner.
hurt?
She just looks really wide-eyed. Her dress is torn almost to ribbons. She's covered from head to toe in mud. Like her hair is just a caked mess. She's had tears going down her eyes. You can barely make out the face from all the mud and driving dirt and stuff. And she just looks horrified. She's probably about 8 years old.
Can we open the bars?
Yeah, no, actually the ogre knocked them the hell down. So
Okay. So then I will actually go in there with her.
okay,
Or
she is
um,
backing the hell away, like backing as far away from you as she can.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's have
Yep.
the sister talk to her.
Well, actually, Miss, do you need to be cleaned off or anything? You look absolutely covered in stuff.
She just starts crying.
Sister, I think this is probably you do your thing, sister.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of step back.
I'm going to slowly approach her
Okay.
and say, "Can you hear me?"
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought I got cut off.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm
No.
gonna go ahead and just slowly approach her and kneel down and say, "Hi, I'm Aspent. We heard you crying. I'm so sorry. Um, we're nice. I'm from the church. I'm a cleric. Are you hurt?"
Make a medicine check. She's not saying anything, but she stopped crying and she's staring at you.
Oh.
Woof.
It actually, she did just fine, amazingly. Underneath the dirt and grime and stuff, you do see that she has several cuts and some pretty big bruises. The bruises are harder to make out, though. So yes, she is hurt, or at least she was pretty hurt, and has just kind of gotten over it.
I want to go ahead and do cure wounds, but I'll let her know what I'm doing.
Okay. Make a persuasion check again.
Okay. Oh, I did perception. Sorry, persuasion.
That's okay.
All
right.
All the
Just-
wasted 20s.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You did just fine. She just kind of like reaches a hand kind of halfway to where you are. Like, that's about it. So obviously you got through to her. So go ahead and roll for the heal there, like 1d8.
I'm going to add your wisdom, but I'm
So,
sure it's-
what is that, 11?
I think so.
So 4 is my wisdom.
Yeah, so you heal her for 11.
Oh, damn. Okay. So you extend your hand out, touch hers, and a golden glow just kind of blooms around her. And you see some of the mud actually flake off as the skin restitches itself together. And the bruises just kind of clear up from her. She goes wide-eyed, like she looks like she was just dunked in cold water. But then she just kind of like slumps a little bit and looks like she's about to pass out.
Oh, there. That's better. We're gonna get you to safety, okay? I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go somewhere safe, all right?
She does the thing that kids do when they're overly tired, just kind of puts the arms out.
Aww. And I'll walk out with her.
Okay, you pick her up and pull her out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know how to attach that onto your character. I don't know if I can, but you have her, so. What are you guys doing?
So is this just the end of a hallway right here then?
Where are you pointing?
Just where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah, that's the end of the
Or-
hallway. For some reason, I didn't.
Okay.
Let's just.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because there's a black line right there, so I wasn't sure if there's a door there or not. So, and then you made it bigger.
Yep. There you go. Hey, you still got gunk in your eye. Shut up.
Right.
Yeah, that's just the end of a hallway.
Okay.
I'm gonna let them know that I healed her, but that I think I need to get her out of here.
Right. Did we need to clean her off first or anything? I can't imagine the stuff that is in that mud.
That would be great.
So Aspent, as a cleric, you may not have the spell on you currently. It may not be in your current spell list, but the next time you go to memorize spells, you do have a cure disease, is one of the things that you've been taught in your cleric profession. Also, like, what is it, cure poison or something like that? So
I didn't see that as an option.
For first level? No, she doesn't
Yeah.
have those for first level.
really?
She can only
No.
detect it.
Oh, okay. I was wrong. But you do know where there is a church where there are at least one other cleric. But yeah, so you guys have gathered up the girl. You have slain an ogre. There's still a bit of this upper dungeon to be explored, so that is up to you. Whatever it is you guys are doing, you guys don't even really know each other. So what's your plan here?
I was actually going to ask the others if they have any like extra clothes or anything to cover up with.
They might.
Just looking around. Do you guys have any? Shoot, rags would work at this point. I mean,
Aspen, you do. You've got it's not like, what would the words be? Basically, it's your
I mean, we have our bedrolls.
You do have your bedrolls, but she actually has like an outfit for like when she's attending church duties and whatnot. So you do have some extra
just your
clothing and
regular
stuff.
clothes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do have some clothing.
oh,
You can put her in a shirt.
Do you get it clothed up? Okay.
Yes. And then, like I said, I want to let Rawless and Brom know that I want to go ahead and get back to the village as soon as possible.
I
yeah, none of that
agree.
came through.
I agree with that, but we also possibly have another ogre in here. Should we take care of it first, or should we try and come back for it?
I feel better about going.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
At least
to,
with one of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
At
walk
least
up to
with Brom
Gix
or
over here.
Rawless.
And hey, I don't have your name, but you said there was another ogre around here?
Are you speaking in Goblin?
Oh shit, I don't have Goblin, no.
He just looks at you really weird.
I didn't mean to click on that, but alright. Yeah, common, draconic, dwarvish, and orc. Do any of you speak Goblin?
Yeah. He said that. Yeah, it sounds like she has a mate down here, and he has brothers.
Could you ask him where they are by chance?
They're through that door. And I'll point over at that door.
I see. And yet they haven't... That begs the question, why haven't they come out here yet?
I'm sure they're probably on their way, so either we need to hurry up and go, or we need to get ready.
I've got to get this child out of here.
I leave it to you folks. I'm good either way.
Rallis states that he's going to help the cleric no matter what the cost.
Thank you, Rawless. Please. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, Gix, will you guide the sister and the child out of here with the tiefling, and we'll cover your back?
All right. All right.
When we get to wherever we're going, you're getting a feast. Just saying.
He claps his hands together. Beast. All right. He kind of starts slumping down the hall, like just sloughing down the hall, basically. And he just kind of keeps waving you back behind him.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and quickly cast guidance on Brom, and I'll say good luck and be safe.
Yeah. So we'll take up the rear, and Rawless and can follow Gix with Aspen behind Rawless, and
Rawless is actually trying to walk in the lead. He keeps trying to get in front of the goblin. Goblin keeps trying to get in front of him.
Yeah. So we'll follow them out just in case everything comes crashing through that door.
Okay. Are you gonna wait till they're like gone, or before you make any sort of decision, or what are you guys doing? They're slowly leaving.
Right. It's a lot of.
Well, we can stay and try to fight it ourselves, or we can stick with the rest of them. And
well, I don't know how well Gix counts, but he said something around 137 brothers.
I think we best be making our way back.
Yeah. So we could probably, I don't know, the village doesn't like coming here, so I don't know about recruiting for help, but my leg kind of burns, so.
Right. Well, we could always come back here. It's not like
Yeah.
it's gonna be lost forever.
Exactly.
Don't imagine ruins go anywhere, so.
You guys hear metal clanging coming from the door next to you before you take off.
What's next?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just very quick shouted, "Help! Help!"
Shite. I gotta look at the other two and just.
There's another person.
Yeah.
And Gix isn't with us, so we can't ask. But that's probably where the data is.
Are they yelling in common?
That's true. Were they yelling in common?
Yes,
like,
they were.
Was it just a...
It was a very male human voice. A little ragged, but...
I'm gonna slowly open the door.
Alright. I'll get over there too.
Okay, and I will get to you guys in a second. Actually, you guys go ahead and make a strategy. I've got to tell Aspen something privately here, and I can just walk over and tell her.
Oh,
It's dirty.
I'm gonna put it on mute. This is exciting.
No, don't mute us.
Whisper.
So, anyways, if we're going to continue to fight with each other, I'm Brahm.
You can call me Tim.
All right, Tim.
Gurky is Gurky.
Nice to meet you, Gurky.
So, it's a doorway. At least we can funnel them and hopefully not have too many rush us at once. But we also don't know what's behind the door.
Exactly.
Also,
And
don't know
that's-
if it's locked yet.
We don't know if it's locked, and we don't know if they will try and use the humans as shields or not from us either. So we could try to funnel, but then they could just kill whoever's in there while we're trying to funnel.
Worst comes to worst, we run away.
But if we can, let's at least try to run with whoever this is.
Right. So he's basically dead, regardless if they decide to kill him as we enter or if we just leave him.
Yes.
So we might as well try to save him.
Yes.
At least that way we have a chance.
Well,
Trying to
guess
see if I had any.
let's peek this door open and see what we can see, I guess. If you guys are ready.
Suppose so.
Your mic's off.
Mother balls. All right.
Mother of all balls.
Mother of all balls. So I had removed Aspen and those tokens off the board just so they're not in the way anymore.
Okay.
So what's your plan here? Who's kicking in the door? Who's doing what?
Well, we're gonna try to slowly open it first.
We're gonna peek. Someone's peeking their head in.
Okay. So who's someone?
Me, I guess.
I need to know who loses their head as soon as the door opens.
Well, ripped him. It's good knowing you. This is what happens to wizards.
All right. You open the door, and there is, as far as you can see, since you're just barely opening it, a stairwell just a few feet down into another room. Appears to be another wider room. You do hear some shuffling and stuff in there, and you hear that man's voice again. He's like, "Just please help us. I don't know what's happening."
Yeah, I'm gonna creep up to the end of those stairs then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be as stealthy as possible here.
As the wizard climbs on my shoulders.
All right. I'll go ahead and reveal what you guys see. That is not what I wanted. So, in the back, there is a series of goblins, quite a few of them, all wielding various weapons, mostly clubs. A couple of them have a bow, but they're all backed up and they're like hissing at you, backed into the corner. Right in this other corner of the room is a very crude cage with a couple of people in it. Both of them are missing one of their legs, and one of them is missing an arm. There's a table in the middle of the room, a wooden table, and on it is a mostly eaten, like all the flesh of it, arm, just laying there. But all the goblins, some of their faces covered in blood, have backed off into a corner and are looking at you incredibly wide-eyed and a little bit fearful.
Let's go.
The two people in the cage are not dead. They're kind of huddled together. But they are definitely the worse for wear. Like I said, they're both missing a leg and one of them's missing an arm.
All right.
Well, the goblins see us, so...
Yeah, they're just standing there, though. They're backed as far as they can against that wall. Some of them are backed through that door, but they're watching you.
Maybe because we just took down their big mother with, as far as they know, just the three of us.
For those of you who speak Goblinoid, you hear one of the goblins up front. He's like, Dada, what we do? And a goblin head pokes up from the back, and it's got a whole bunch of feathers, kind of a crested helm coming off of it, a whole bunch of bones hanging from the front of him, and he's got a big old bone piercing his nose. Yeah, Dada don't know. A little goblin is Dada.
Yeah.
Well, could have been worse. I mean, still bad, but could have been worse.
Yeah, you don't know how many is actually there. Those are the only ones that you can see, kind of peeking their heads around and stuff.
Well, Dada, you have one of two choices. Either you can let us take these two with us, and you can live for another day, or we'll treat you like you did. We'll treat you the same way we treated Mama, and you can be face down into the dirt, dead.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, that was a 19!
Be a 19!
Wouldn't it be intimidation?
Yeah, let's go ahead and make an intimidation, but I kind of know where this is going, so...
It's also a -1, but...
You see the one that they're calling Dada. He stands up and he's like, Demons, kill him! Kill them! And the other goblins are just kind of staring at him like, are you fucking crazy?
I kind of look over to, what was it, Brom? Or whoever's speaking. Okay. I just tell them we have food in exchange if they, like, because that's what they seem focused on, right? I can spare some rations or something.
We're getting, okay.
One of the guys in the corner is just like trying to wave you over. He's like, please help.
I'll hold out my hand to the rations. And take rations from Tim.
Okay. I'll hand over, like, I don't know, 3 rations, because they're supposed to last you a whole day, I think. So, yeah, I'll hand over now 3.
And then I'll hold up the rations. I'll even trade for them.
He spits, just...
Well, Tim, there's your answer on the rations. And the rations back over.
Well... I was kind of hoping. They seem focused on food, so...
Right.
I'm gonna kind of keep eyeing them, just don't do anything. Won't hurt you. Granted, I can't.
So are they they're just inside of a cage, correct?
Yeah, you could easily separate the bars. It's just wooden poles holding that up.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just kind of inch my way towards the cage.
Okay.
And basically creating a human shield between the wizard and them. So, which is it going to be, Dada?
He's in the back and he's like, "We many, they less. Kill them." And they seem to be
still hesitating.
Let's see. They are holding their ground. They're not moving.
Since he's still cheering them on, I am going to cast Thunder Wave on him.
To provoke them right now?
Well, he didn't want to listen, so.
Okay, so
I mean, to be fair,
where are you positioning yourself to do the slender wave?
Well, so I'll take another step forward, and then I'll just thunder wave wherever. Which one's data?
That one, yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
what Thunderwave's going to do?
Well, then I'll do because it's a 15-foot cube from
Yep. So
me.
it
So then
originates
I'll
from you.
basically-
Yep. So basically,
so
like
I'll do it in the front then, and basically blast them all into data.
okay. I think they just have to make a save, correct? You don't have to make it.
Yeah, they're making a save. It's a Dex DC 14.
Oh boy.
I think goblins are dexterous.
Oh,
Hopefully not these ones.
one of them made it. Jesus. One of them made it. That's going to be data. But
Okay.
the rest all get blasted backwards and take damage. What is the damage equivalent to?
2d8. So 13 damage, and they get pushed back 10 feet.
Yep. So that data actually ducks under the one that gets blown over him. Yeah, they all of them but the data get pushed backwards and they take 2d8 damage apiece, correct?
Yeah, so I did 13 damage, or do you want me to roll it individually?
Individually, they have slightly different hit points.
Okay, so then the first one was 13.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the first one gets blown backwards into the wall and it just absolutely splatters him. Good thing Gix isn't here to see this.
7.
Right.
He gets blown backwards, slams into the wall, and slides to the ground.
6.
This guy has been blown backwards, and he also slumps to the ground.
8.
All right, and the last one?
5.
Yep. Oh, that's the data. So that would be him. So
I got one more, because there's 6 of them, right?
yeah.
Okay, so one more to roll then.
All right. So this guy is dead. This guy is dead. This guy is mostly dead. This guy is mostly dead. And the data. So if they make the save, do they take half damage?
They just don't get pushed back if they make the save, I think is what it is. Let me double check. Oh yeah, they do take half damage, and they're not pushed. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that blasts most of them into the wall, crushes a few of them. A couple of them are trying to stand back up, and the big data, in very clearly in common, he's just fuck and starts taking off down the stairs. And the other two start following him.
All right, let's grab these guys and get them out of here. We can worry about them later.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, neither one of them have their right leg, and one of them is missing an arm, so this could be a little tricky.
See, I got a strength of 14. Can I just fireman carry one of them? Just throw them over my shoulder.
1 second here. Rollis actually comes back up to you guys because he had finished escorting her. And he's like, did I miss the action?
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
because
out
that
of
thunder
the
wave
rooms?
you can hear for 300 feet. So.
Yeah. He's like, what did I miss?
We found data. We need to get these guys out of here. They ran off.
Okay. Without another word, he runs over and grabs the guy with -1 leg and -1 arm.
Okay, and then I'll throw the other one over my shoulder.
Okay. Make a strength check. Just don't critically botch.
Got it.
Well, now that you told him to.
Right? 14.
Okay. Anything else you guys are doing while you're in here, or are you just hustling the hell out of here?
I'll leave it to Gurky and the wizard if they want to look in here, but
well, there's 3 dead goblins. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to loot them.
You go over to the stairwell, and down in the stairwell in the darkness, well, you've got dark vision, so not as dark to you, but you can see all their little greedy eyes blinking at you, and you see probably about 15 sets of eyes down there. But they're not coming up towards you, so you can loot the bodies.
Just right in front of them.
Yep. Just grand total, you find 14 gold on them.
Oh, they're rich goblins.
They've been looting the bodies in here too.
All right.
I didn't see what. 14 silver. And 11 copper. That's in between all of them. There's a couple little goblin weapons there, but they're really of no use to you. One of them does have a gem, like a really shiny, nice purple gem.
I'll take that.
Do you want to like just take it blatantly, or are you going to try to sneakily take it so nobody else sees you take it?
I mean, getting paid 200 gold to find gems, like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it for our contract mission, whatever.
All right. So you guys are heading out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. Rollis is escorting the one guy, and Brahm has the other one. Now, are you just going back out the way you came in?
Yeah, because we know that route, so.
Okay. How about the two of you? Because the two of you, I mean, you're on your own mission. You don't know what these guys are doing, but they're rescuing people, so apparently they're on some sort of rescue mission.
I'll show Tim the gem and like, look, mission accomplished.
Good job, but there might be some more here if only one of them had something like that.
So
if have a stockpile somewhere.
If you remember from the conversation with Brecklin, what he was telling you is he wants you to find gems, plural, because he knows that there's a lot of them down there, but he only wanted you to go down there right now just basically to prove that you could find some. He just kind of wanted a proof of concept.
I see. Okay. Well, I don't think we can face the rest of those goblins ourselves, but... man, I went utility wizard and I'm kind of missing those AoE spells. I'm gonna let the other two start carrying the bodies, or the people. They're not bodies. They're not dead yet. I'm actually gonna cast Detect Magic.
Detect Magic?
Yes. So it's gonna take me, about 10 minutes or so to cast. Since I'm not using my spell slot.
You're casting it in here with all the goblins?
Yeah. I mean, they're not coming up to fight us, so.
Not yet.
Goblins, when they gather, they do get braver.
Yep.
Fair. And you guys just left, so.
Uh-huh. we're on the way out with injured people.
I want to do it as a ritual, but I also don't want to spend my spell slot.
Let's do it later.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
We both still have stuff we want to do in here.
I start the incantation, kind of think about it for a moment. Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. All right. So we don't really need to roll anything currently for you guys to get back out of here. Go ahead and swap you guys over to this. You guys come out of the dungeon, and it is probably a little after midday now. You weren't down there horribly long. I mean, Brahm stayed the night, but you guys haven't been here horribly long. Maybe a little bit later than midday.
Weren't that long.
It's probably a little bit closer to like 3, 4-ish in the afternoon. You think you can make it back by about 6 or so? So, but you get out here. That dark cloud that you saw earlier is definitely moving in with some haste.
All right. It's like full daytime right now too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Not great for Gurky.
Nope.
All right, so you guys are. I take it you're all just heading back to the town.
Yeah, might as well stay
Yeah,
grouped up.
we're gonna take these people back so they can actually get whatever medical attention they can get, and possibly prosthetics.
Oh, I forgot to mention since we went on break, but I wanted to regather the arrows I shot.
Okay. Make me a perception check. Everything you get over 10 is like, how many arrows did you shoot? You only shot 2, huh?
Yeah, like 2.
Yeah, too.
Okay, so yeah, just make me a perception check.
I find
He
even
knows it.
more.
Yeah.
Amazingly, you find that some of those little crossbow bolts that are sticking to people are about the perfect size for your bow.
Oh, swag.
So you end up getting, let's see here, about 9 of those.
All right.
They're a little sturdier than your bow arrows as well. They seem to be made from kind of an interesting metal. They're very dark charcoal gray. The feathers haven't rotted in all these years, which is a little odd. So,
Magic bolts.
they are not, but Tim may have an
They're
idea of
just
what they are.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and do you have history or an intelligence check?
Well, I have history, arcana, and intelligence is just 5 anyways, so either way.
Okay. Whichever one of those you prefer, whichever would work the best for you.
Hoping.
What'd you get total?
I rolled a 12, but got a 19.
Jesus. Yeah, those are, they're an older variant, but they are definitely drow bolts. Dark elves. And you know that there's been a little bit of problems with dark elves in this region for some time. Most of it way back. But now that you think of it, all throughout this place, there was drow bolts stuck into a lot of the bodies. So it looks like that might have been what had attacked this place about 80 years ago. So,
All right.
you guys get out, and at about that moment, about the moment that you get halfway to town, you're still coming down the saddleback. You hear lots of clamoring and yelling, and the church bell is going off. And Aspen, you hear this as well. You've gotten back into town, and you've brought the girl to the church. And at about that time, somebody comes flying into the church and is whispering to one of the acolytes that's there, and he starts immediately just hammering away on the rope that goes up to the bell tower, and starts ringing the bell like crazy. Outside of the gates, and you guys can't really see it from here, but outside of the gates, there appears to be some sort of commotion and yelling going on, and people are screaming about orcs and blah, blah, blah. And that is where we're going to leave it, because it is time to end this session for the night.
All right.
Is there anything else you wanted to do, like just simple little thing to get done before the next session?
Not particularly. Not for me, at least.
All right. Well, I'm going to
just a long rest to recover spell slots. That's all.
Yeah. No.
An hour of light.
No.
An hour of light activity would at least be a short rest.
Yep, that won't recover any of my spells. I'm not a warlock.
Carrying another human is not light activity.
Right.
Fair.
Well, I probably would have put those 2 on the goats anyway. So
You are muted, hon.
I was trying to say I had one of the goats because I put the girl on one when I went to the village.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Goats. Because they had a lot of shit on them. Yeah, so you guys are probably bringing the other goat down. Yeah.
Yeah, we brought goats up with us to carry shit just in case.
Yeah.
Make travel a little easier.
That would have been nice.
All right. Well, I just want to let everybody who is watching this possibly in the future know that this is Vindara's Descent. It can be found on our Patreon, Mad Hermit Games. So if you like this, it's an adventure that we came up with ourselves. The first one on there is free. You don't even have to have a subscription. You can just go on there and download it. Yep, that's about it. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I will catch you guys here in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Bye.